I have been paying close attention to John Mahama's 24-hour economic policy, and I think it is really going to boost the leisure and hospitality industry. You know, when people go to work throughout the day, they would definitely need something small in their tummies, and I'll be there to serve them.
But I thought I was the only one who listens to news in this house.
No.
Says the man born before computers.
Tell him.
See, we have the news right here on our phones, and we are keenly following John Mahama's 24-hour economy policy digitally.
Digital man.
Yes, I mean this. Yes. And one thing I can be sure one. Since the launch of my online delivery system, things have really been picking up, and it will be great to have the support of the government to grow beyond the borders of Ghana. And with the 24-hour economy policy, government will be able to provide an atmosphere of improved security and public safety, and also a well-regulated and monitored private security to facilitate round-the-clock activities to make it more safe for us to serve our clients no matter the time of the day.
Well, for civil servants who work with the Passport Office, DVLA, Customs, Ports and Harbour like me, running the 8-hour shift system will help relieve the large customer traffic we have to deal with within the current 8 to 4 p.m. system. We can effectively serve Ghanaians and foreigners within the shortest time.
Hey, madam, I didn't know you also pay attention to the 24-hour economy policy too.
It is what everyone is talking about. I will be glad to work in the afternoon shift, then run off to work in the morning. I leave that for the younger generation.
You are really too old for that. And old boy, what are your thoughts?
Well, I will take advantage of the tax exemptions, the cheaper and reliable electricity, and more importantly, the government's support to scale up my juice manufacturing company for local consumption and for export. Look, obey a pinso or chrome.
Obey. In a 24-hour economy, is it?
You know what to do. Vote for John Mahama, the nation builder, and the NDC for a 24-hour economy. Ejuma Pankwa.
Masaka! Easy or your power for Masaka promotion. There isn't a big or you're big. Separate enter power for Masaka promotion. More day I never dial *274#. Area net choose power effort. Now select a number of drawer and put this on Hushim. Draw Krubia 5 Ghana cedis pet. The more as a rush draw them when you stand a chance able to marry in a big. Hey, you're big. Every week you saw your 50,000 Ghana cedis in a chair. Hey, 50,000 Ghana cedis. Knock off you. Good deal last shot. *274#. Masaka. Power for Masaka promotion. It's licensed and regulated by NLA on Caritas Lottery Platform. Kaida drawing Shashada home. Masaka. Easy or your power for Masaka promotion. There isn't a big or you're big. Separate enter power for Masaka promotion. More day I never dial *274#. Area net choose power effort. Now select a number of drawer and put this on Hushim. Draw Krubia 5 Ghana cedis pet. The more as a rush draw them when you stand a chance able to marry in a big. Hey, you're big. Every week you saw your 50,000 Ghana cedis in a chair. Hey, 50,000 Ghana cedis. Knock off you. Good deal last shot. *274#. Masaka. Power for Masaka promotion. It's licensed and regulated by NLA on Caritas Lottery Platform. Kaida drawing Shashada home.
Guys, the way job no day this country is like, if I play pay and they go your kids straight. I hear say brothers they do 2 to 3 jobs for that side. Oh,
Kofi, I agree with you. My bro will complete university like 4 years this. Still they search for job. He rep application like 200. All for water inside.
Money bang.
He for straight self.
Guys.
all this unemployment where they go on for this country inside will be sorted out by John Mahama and the NDC's 24-hour economic policy. Easy.
Hey, how you go do them?
Simple. John Mahama and the NDC say they will encourage and support certain businesses, make them operate 24/7, preferably on the 3-shift system of 8 hours each, by creating an enabling environment that will promote productivity, competitiveness, and well-paying jobs for us after school.
Good. But men, make a busy question. We can companies and businesses with John Mahama and the NDC they refer to.
The 24-hour economy go primarily but not exclusively focus on agro-processing, manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, constructions, mining and acquiring industries, leisure and hospitality, the sanitation and waste management, digital startups, business process outsourcing, retail centers, financial services, modern markets, transportation services. Some public institutions like the Ports and Harbour, Customs, DVLA, and Passport Office are all included. What the BME be saying, there are no limits to companies and businesses who go benefit from the 24-hour economy policy.
Mensa. You sure say this 24-hour economy system go fit work?
Coffee pa, no be you where right you talk say menace they work 2 to 3 jobs for Yonki a day. So how you figure it happen?
Word. The 24-hour economy, they happen for UK, France, Germany, Sydney, even in South Korea. So it will happen for you.
See, this idea be very sweet. I'm not gonna lie, it be very sweet. Why people they carry one district, one factory, planting for food and jobs, moving from taxation to production. Where these ideas all pass, we all 10 beans. That be me my problem. Trust.
Guys. Make you not forget say or see a day your John Mahama and the NDC we build the Atuabo gas plant, the Terminal 3 for the Kotuka International Airport, and the Meridian Port Service Terminal. We right now, sir, it be the second largest harbor for the West Coast. We them all to the web 24/7 as we speak.
Then man, if you happy no, guys, me and they talk something no. For trust there, John Mahama they start to among all of them.
Vote for John Mahama, the nation builder, and the NDC for a 24-hour economy.
Okay, I will share a TVXYZ Mamutie. Well, Power 97.9 FM. Mema Muina Akwaba Bio. Inside politics, Jumediana was so good. So now we'll share more TVXYZ and we'll take more Power 97.9 FM. And then acquire 29th of February 2024. And then it's in 4 years. And then leap year. And see, mo amudi mo birthday inano. Ma mema mo happy birthday. We say, mo birthday mundi ne biom. Aje next 4 years. And sama saying ye will leap year. And see, me mo be your happy birthday. Mo amudi mo birthday in name Sir Francis. E dine di enti nani aje. This is 4 years biom. Ya na ma bonunsuo. Ye mo be akwa ba biom na ya je nkonya atsaso na ye bedin komo papa. Ye bedin komo nsam ho. Winim say eye Tuesday no. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo being seen the last sona and I said the last State of the Nation address or the copy more Parliament or share 10 pepe so to mikasa. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo kodru ho na minority force ya the bill bebre abeto wedding basin the one sign wouldn't you boom my enti nyade a ye beba enti we there His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no say afenyo markings or majority leader on the Kokasana President Mahama, the incoming president, or to me intervening na minority for no to me kujina parliament. Na Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo can be beach rare Ghana for the Mobekaya State of the Nation and on energy. Or to me catch Ghana for say Ghana for 7 years, sir. Me ba me first term 4 years. Na your friend is saying my second term so me 3 years. Nkania sem energy teacher nkania ne hia Ghana fo ye pa nkania sem no anya dia obedu so the financial crisis na no nkania ni sisi sa His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo o ka say na no nim se chamber ho kra no generator no mo de power mo de kasa we din sem bebre Ghana fo kasa be ye ka be 3 months ni ye ko power crisis mpapa nti dum so de ekoso na Ghana fu bi ka say nti dum so ye ekoso yesem say low shed mo ma timetable mbre ne ye hu say nde eduru ha takrade fu yebedum ye light ochina da akoma yebedum ye light ochina mankesi bi yebedum ye light ntini na so amane sa weni sembebre a ekoso a Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo odi atudwa na Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne nsem odi atudwa eye dumso waka ho asem aka ho asemi ne yebedi ho nkomo na yedo so ma hwese aso na asem o kan se 7 years na demonstration light is so gown wo so a wo hwe me TVXYZ wo tie me aso light is so a obeka anensi so when in sensem bi ebedo so me poso mo papa na neso bibi esi parliament eye enimguasesem bia His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ko gina ekasa kire Ghana fu wie no enra ne twantem ende ya light etumi edum wo parliament me kasa kura no just 600 parliamentarians no officers no light fin edum emo mepese sona Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo de jaye kwan 2024 wi yebekọ na yekotie ensem odi tudwa efa ne yenyem nkan ya ho say 7 years ni financial crisis ewom na wetumi aboa ma power ni si so saa yenko na yenko hwe video no asem okai because akom ni nchirem na ye de ye dwan hwemra.
Speaker, between 2012 and early 2017 there was nothing more demoralizing than the phenomenon we called Dumsor. It was symptomatic of a dysfunctional system, and it caused widespread depression amongst businesses and households. After that experience, my government was determined that Dumsor would not be inflicted upon Ghana and Ghanaians under an MPP government. Shouts will not wish Dumsor away in our history. It will not. After that experience, my government was determined that Dumsor would not be inflicted upon Ghana and Ghanaians under an MPP government. And I'm glad to be able to say, so far, so good. We've managed to keep the lights on these last 7 years, even in the midst of a financial crisis. We've managed the NFT sector with discipline and expertise to avoid a repetition of the hardships inflicted on Ghanaians some years ago. Furthermore, through determined, skillful negotiation, we've been able to reduce considerably the energy sector debt that we inherited.
Enti mo amohwe TVXYZ mo amutie Power 97.9 FM evidence based enti na yama asama His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo yetumi asan abo tachema mpro watinsem o kan ye o say 7 years ni Dumsor a thing of the past wo na ban mu na demonstration be take over enya ade a yehu Dumsor da enti se wo ye Ghana ni na wutie mi ana wo hwe mi a asema ye president for State of the Nation address for report so far jumedi a wedi babo ya mania o ka che 7 years ni adi onoda kaniem free edum light kra na obeso generator onima ye fem edemu hye ne meka ho nkofo amoko store mo na ma ese ni ade president say oba 7 years ni Dumsor a thing of the past ye hu bi da oman ye sika samo nya so wa bon homboden etumi atuatu sika to gas wa power niema ma bibia dedin ahochiri bia ni ho nti se wo ye Ghana ni na president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo so na oka kire say 7 years ni kane ni siso ganwa bisa ho help course wo ko mo ko store omo to omo namgu na mu tie mi a na mu hwe mi a asema na na kan eye no kre ana ase enya no kre yo na ende misi BBC ende abra debate koso on Sona Mitchell State of the Nation address wo eye on the floor of Parliament chamber ho after eye nua ba no honorable Abena Osei Asare okasa wieye na Owie yo yes so beton wo chamber hwa na fe. Light do me wo chamber. Ibi si do. Chamber ye parliamentarians majority for Nanado kasa say 7 years in yan call for the say yeah. Do me na real ho sema na ewo mu ne say teach you omo ana omo wo job 600 nkwa na me di yawo. Go job 600 ho no wo hwe omo a omo kan lift ma wo fire service for die America. Omo kwahwe eyi san kofi offices up a parliamentarian setena ho ehwe edi dwuma ni na call off na wo kwahwe chamber ho a speaker any parliamentarians so omo te ho so omo soro so omo ye den yo na omo pempem omo ho fi say sumkebi ahye parliament sumkebi ahye parliament we ni nsema ye ka se ne kreka any ye president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ni NPP administration abonsa ho ye ka bi no Tuesday ya no gina ho kasa yo 12 PM no gina midday no kasa ye parliament bia no gina kasa ye na day 3 ende ye doom light abra nsema o kan omudi ho abobo wo ye Ghana ni na wo tie mi a wo ye Ghana ni na wo hwe mi a Sema president kanunu enso ye hwe in the parliament okogina kasaye amenda ye edum mama yenkohwe video abra dum so etu yen wo parliament ye parliamentarians o represent various constituencies no mu ye e ka wo mu akaye yenkwana yenkohwe mbra na ATM dum so no kofo na asoso omo mobile phones no omo hu baby omo fa ha so omo ko so omo ba aha afina omo aso a genset no wo hwa afina omo aso a generator no enti dum so on the floor of parliament omo debate omo kan sam fa a state of the nation and sama his excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo kan ye parliament na dum so esi ho ma omo ye hey no hey no kra ma me ferry ba ko ye majority for no hey no so anu odin o omo na omo je so ye no omo so na ye hey no hey enti wo betumi aba hwe TVXYZ make how say power 979 FM ko Facebook live wo be hu yen sa so na TVXYZ Ghana no so Facebook wo stream wo hosa no so wo betumi ahwe wo ko YouTube XYZ broadcasting eni na ada ho a no so ma mutie mu pese mu hwe bia obetumi ahwe wo so obetumi ahwe TVXYZ wo be hu ma eko nti dum so na afi na yaso genset light asan aba ne mobro ni nanim gwase nti se we in international media career no my Ghana kra no de na efa ye ho ebe de na investors aba and Nana Danko Akufo-Addo wo so mo hu se your power crisis 7 years ni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Oko or the bibia to ye 2015 or ye ma ujidum so ni na afo ma obekaya then running mate Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia our vice president o kan say se dum so na ba na wa fix kra na enhia bia say ye praise president Mahama it's president Mahama the bibia today and so oko 7 years ni dum so no ha adwene yi se si akra de wura 2024 dum so experience aye fam no enye easy na 3 days me person him e bom amane second me ntumi nda bi se ehyewu kume me be se kwale obiase ehyewu kunu dum so no no parliament and see that under your watch Nana Danko Akufo-Addo bia wo ko gina aye kan aye e se dum so 7 years in a 10 of the past administration take you over and then you say you in the parliament enim gwase be na chin say enim gwase be na chi sei enim gwase be na chi sei ha Meka sesi akra meka sesi ya eyi XYZ broadcast ya himfia osu Abebrese Street meka sesi ya Yedum Light meka sesi ayo meka sesi awo Abebrese Street osu eya XYZ broadcasting ya himfia Yedum Light meka se ya Yedum Light ya kanu krabia mpenifu impeso omofa parliamento na Yedum Light na nu send Ivan Innocent will become Obe osi Yedum Light. Meka sesi a Yedum Light osu. Nti moma yanka no kre. Yanka no kre. Yempenifo no yehwe the New Patriotic Party a ekwanya na nado mu omo ba ya nsem de omo kan ya Ghana fo toye na yeto aba ma omo nti. De bia no omo hu ya na omo kasa che se akoye se yanka bibi na nya Ghana fo de. Wabekasa de. Sesi anu so obi beka chem se Cape Coast Yedum Light no obi o Cape Coast so kache na nado amene ne nya adwen ogina ho kache ye se bibi akwaso na demonstration na no yemfa mbo no mama yemfa mbo bia cabinet o minister appointee o bibi ayembo ni din nti ni din na yeka yemfa nche minister o Cape Coast yemfa nche mayor o Cape Coast wa udin na ebebo niema diegu na se dum so ekwaso na dum so bi ohun bi monhwe Woman America for TV XYZ CCA. Wo betumi akọ XYZ broadcasting YouTube and TV XYZ Ghana Facebook. Wo betumi ahwe. Mo hwe we job 600. Meka job 600 a eye bia ye MP snof office wo. Na me pacho wo behu America eye fire service officers ni tu because na bi mo lift mo. E bi mo gina lift mo a e chese edan no wa yie pa wa winning parliament house no. Job 600 dan no wa hwe monhwe nkofo na di America no nkofo aka lift him the fast fire officers in na ekon monhwe monhwe fire officers in na ekon no akohwe kon o betumi aboa na o mayi nkofo efi lift him enye hu bi ha ya ka bibia o mo si o ente sa wo ka bibia ban ne si o wo na wo mpa ban na sem wo na wonni meko but ye ka no kra na kire mo ye no ye the evidence base o na ye ye adwuma inside politics ye mbambe ye bosiremka ye yi ade na ye kire mu eno no wo ko parliament o mo genset na si ho no e che se niam ade egu ama na fu akura nim o so mu tu America ko me no ka se bebi am ti ka se Yedum Light na do his excellency aka tre se nya sa neti na 7 years ni Ghana for me da ho no Ebiom, I had the ranking member, Mines and Energy, Honorable John Jinapo, and now the press conference to Dra. Now, as some of the two Jana say, a binding Shannon Jai, there be a 10 of the past, and I'm about 7 years, Saka can own Jai, non to me pay moon can cre, and venture Ghana for say. My baby, low shedding abo, unti. Mo amuye business amu yusi nyem kania co-store for mu yusi light. Mo so mo program mo ho yi. Mo plan ni yi. Na mo hu se mo beto generator se mo be sha ase atoto fuel, gas na mo de ya, mo beto egum. Na mo de ayedwon but abane de ne kura bi sie. Abane de ne kura bi sie. We Greek ko say, "Oh, na ye say, na ti say, yisi say, na ti say." But ne kura ni ho Abinem bramba kanokre. Mini honorable John Jinapo ya adwen. Osa abinem bra no mbe kanokre nchira Ghana fo. Se mia na mesi o. Kane ani janso na esi agye me nsem. Me de ka me ho kire me. Kanokre ne kire ye. Na yeso ye ntoto ye niam ye. Ye plan ye. Asesi adum so kebi. Me ka se baby wo kra ye. Sabi obe 3 days in light and my. Nso se nkane esi so. Mayankore the ranking member, Mines and Energy, Honorable John Jinapo, in the press conference and they odi two dra no chims a man bro, no mekan krena Ghana fu meko. Yan hwen some more kind mbra.
The load shedding is getting worse by the day. The very day His Excellency the President was delivering the State of the Nation address and boasting, at that very period, the utility companies were shedding load. The situation appears to be exacerbating. Yesterday alone, there was a whopping 530 megawatts of deficits, culminating in curtailment of power to Cote d'Ivoire, to Burkina Faso, and to Togo. You would attest that there was some massive darkness yesterday. Today at 12 p.m., load shedding would commence again. Our investigation indicates that some of the thermal plants are down. Specifically, TAPCO is down, TICO is down, and so they are not generating enough power. But more importantly, there's a lack of fuel in the system. Because of the financial constraints, government has not been able to procure adequate fuel to fire some of our thermal plants, culminating in the load shedding that we're experiencing. 1 month of load shedding is more than enough. This is not sporadic, this is continuous, this is persistent, and we think that the handlers of the power sector should do the onerous thing by informing the people of Ghana so they can plan ahead of time. This deliberate fixation on denial and deceiving the people of Ghana can no longer hold. We therefore call on President Akufo-Addo, Dr. Bawumia, and this government to do the needful by telling the people of Ghana the truth. We also call on government to look for money wherever they can find that money to procure heavy fuel oil and other sources of fuel to power the thermal plants. We cannot have this quantum of thermal complementarity and still shed load.
Nti eno na da hono Honorable John Jinapo ono na ode ensem ni na atudwa abro ye press conference no say na doni na demonstration mbra meka no kre ne nche Ghana fo. Why say no kre ka abo mo sa. De bia no mo pese o mo ditro. De bia no o ma ye o ma don say ne kre friend kre o mo nka bi nche yen. O mo mbeka no kre no na yesu yensiesie ye ho. Ye hu say dum so na beto yen. Inti say no seme ya na me so ma plagiti wo mo ye businesses daytime wo mo den kane ye bi wo mo hu ana mo so hu mo mbeye go say sia no minim coastal no obi frame coastal wo kepco say sia na nam na asay go na ni generator so asay onim say de eko inti mo nka no kra ne nkyere yen say dum so na ba mo nka no kra no minim say Honorable John Jinapo akasay Ombetie no ma ye ne sa na o ye Ghana nyiso ahu se gitum se dum so na ba gitum se dum so na ba but ye hweso mba betu abeka se dum so na ba na yesu ye hu se ne ombedum ye kanea na ye siesie ye hu na ye boaboa ye hu yi na ma anya sa mu kunyen ha ma no ma ye besa bibia ye dendindin wo twe ma edwuma ni ho niema giegu kanea so a ye de ye ndwuma kakra kanea ye dem kanea ye de ye ndwuma sam kakra no Mudum na no mama yehu. O man na chese munipa ne yembuya ma bibia ne yembuyen. Nti o ma fa yese sebiwa ye bibibi. O ma fa yese ye bibibi. Bibia no ma ka che na ye kɔ. Sa na tie nti mo beka no kre no. Na Ghana fosu hu. Se na ete. Na yeso yen welcome dum so no na entutu ye ne ama yi. Ebi o Honorable Kofi Amaboa. Ye himself no ye Minister of Energy. Now on the floor of Parliament or share abra on my Ghana dum so kwanya ye see mu not share kwanya ye endi dum so wo Ghana on the floor of Parliament or church mu chair John Mahama ni NDC administration permanently resolve the problem of dum so na impo o invest wo gas over $7 billion wo UNI Sankofa and they are to abo gas project or the power ye power much say na gas in flow na power no su na so maybe bia to me ye kama enti imprempren ye hwe kwan a Honorable Kofi Amaboa or the two dwa abra omo endi dum so che kwan a aban no nyansemu ododo to niema ye ma bibia de din omo endi dum so kama abra na gas na flow abra back gas era. It's by young Koti Honorable Kofi Amaboa. Bra, endi dum so or church and same with the twist. Says, yeah, dear, any problem. Nah, you better can him. Yenshembra.
Knowing how gas was important, invested with our friends into a $1 billion project in the West African gas pipeline, but it never came. Mr. Speaker, I am very happy to say that just 2 days ago we made history, where for the first time we were able to bring gas 60 kilometers from the sea to the gas processing plant. And send that gas through the gas processing plant 110 kilometers to Abuazi, 30 million cubic feet for the first time in the history of our country. Mr. Speaker, we are not stopping there. Mr. Speaker, we are ramping this up, and we believe that within a short period of time, we can bring the gas to the maximum volume of 120. We are pushing in this project to bring a second development, the Chiribua and Tomi, to bring additional 50 million. Mr. Speaker, on this forward march to address the constraint in our power supply, just last Friday at 10 p.m., we concluded a major agreement, a $6 billion agreement, to bring 170 million cubic feet of gas. Mr. Speaker, we have a hopeful future when it comes to our power supply. I am proud to say that if all the plans we've laid goes on, by July 2017, this country for the next 20 years should have 300 million cubic feet of gas on a daily basis.
Enti adi atena no Honorable Amako Fibua onona yete nenkano abra His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the incoming president, on an administration abra no ye president or the two dwa echemu kwan omo fa so omo endi dum so ne fefe chemu kama senyame adom mind dum so gas flow bibie dedin ande ya diego a yama enema aye basa no yete no ebiom 2016 His Excellency John Dramani Mahama obo no hombodin ye papa wo hwe Eastern Corridor Rosa oye ekwan bebre na bro ye Eastern Corridor Rosa no ono aso no otu anamon ko hwe ha we dwuma ko na eye community sa omo Eastern Corridor Road kwan ho nyina kwan fa ho nyina oni bi mu didi nkomo ne ade kama mo stretch no 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 mu didi nkomo cheche se niam te sen omo ani age ne ade adenti a me pese ye kaka ye ho no se a State of the Nation address Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo His Excellency oka chere se we twa kwan mo bi ntwa bi da no Eastern Corridor Road no wa ye kwan ahoro afa ho abra na enim say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama so atumi aye kwan bebre na nkasa sanseminti na ma ye san akofa aba na ye ma Ghana fo a mo hwemi Ghana fo a mo tie min ehu mo kan kre odanado so no wa ye kwan ni nyina nso ye yi akire ya kaka ye hu ma wo so ehu say no kre kwan ne di kan ye sa kwan no kwan ne di kan twa kwan no etu man de nanado opese ni na okase me na me ye no nti ese 2016 His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Eastern Corridor Road ye na ono asi so nkronkro mo ho ino ni bi mu didi nkomo ye san akofa aba na wahwe mienu wakari nipa mienu mo kan kre ni sebio mo auditro ma ye nkwohwe abra His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Eastern Corridor Road otu anamo omo ye kwan we otu anamo no mo guso so ye one ahimfo ne bidi nkomo ye hwemra.
You remember the Second World War in Germany when Hitler was the head of state in Germany. He had his propaganda chief called Goebbels. Goebbels is the one who came out with a theory and said that if you take a lie and you repeat it often enough, eventually people will come to accept it as the truth. And so there's a lie that is being peddled that the Volta region has been neglected, it's been abandoned, government is not doing anything in the Volta region. It is absolutely false. And people are using the Goebbelian theory to try and make sure that it sticks in people's minds. It's absolutely false. Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. You know, because if we look at the work we've done in the Volta region, from electricity to water to health, to CHIPS compounds, to schools, you know, tertiary institutions, just name them. There are so many, to roads, there are so many of them. I have the full list there, but I'm not going to bore you going through all of them. And so we are developing the Volta region, and I know that the Volta region has stood solidly behind me, stood solidly behind Professor Mills, stood solidly behind my government. And so there's no way that I'm going to take the Volta region for granted. Volta region, I said in Todome, is not only my World Bank, it's also my IMF. And so I'm never ever going to point to the Volta region with my left hand.
As chiefs, our subjects always ask us, what are they doing about the road? We must tell them the good story. As they also go along, they see the work going on. I don't think they will be disturbing the chiefs about these questions again.
I know that the Eastern Corridor Road is very dear to your hearts.
Your Excellency, we value and appreciate the many development programs and projects that your government is undertaking throughout the country, as stated in your recent State of the Nation's address. We really appreciate your effort to have the Eastern Corridor Road completed. It is a project with immense economic and social importance to South Dine District and the country as a whole.
I want to assure you that work is progressing steadily. This road was the dream of Professor John Evans Atta Mills. And when I took over as president from him, I pledged that we're going to continue the work on the Eastern Corridor Road so that we have an alternate route that moves goods and services along the eastern borders of our country, stretching all the way from Kulungungu in the Upper East region, through Nakpanduri in the northern region, through Yendi, Bimbila to Otidamanko, from Otidamanko to Nkwanta to Dodipepesu, through Jasikai, and through Hohoi and South Dai District onwards, all the way to Asikuma, and from Asikuma continues all the way down. There's going to be a new bridge after we've repaired Adomi, so currently we're doing Adomi, but in future there's going to be a new bridge at a place called Volivo. I don't know how many of you know Volivo. And when you cross Volivo, it will take you straight down to the Tema runabout through Asuchari. And so it will shorten the road, and at the same time, it will be a first-class asphalt road so that all the agricultural products along this corridor can move freely between the northern part of the country, the middle, and the south. And so this road is one of the roads and one of the most important projects that we are using to change lives in Ghana and to transform our country. What is dearest to your heart is the Eastern Corridor Road. This is a road that was conceptualized by the late Professor John Evans Atta Mills. And it was one of the major projects that he put as an objective of our government. When I took over office from Professor Mills, I promised that we will continue and finish the Eastern Corridor Road. And so we have various segments of it. It is from Lot 1 to Lot 7. Lot 7 ends at Kulungungu on the border between Upper East of Ghana and Togo and Burkina Faso. And lot 1 starts from Tema Roundabout to Asikuma Junction. And so we have a contractor working on Asikuma Junction to Have, and that job was awarded in Professor Mills' time.
And to the Atenano, evidence based, I come in trim where your son coffee, near Sandiaba. Ye ma Ghana for when a cray womb say Eastern Corridor rules. In Nano, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama shall say a year 2016. One who say a quino, one side near completely almost answer the other side, nefe. And His Excellency Nana Dankwa Kufuado Kasa, na we a Ghana and in our Hemi, we a Ghana in a wood Tiemia, now was who a quia, Obefaswa, Obeka Sasemi. A ya de biani a peso bien who our semnity. So none and they bid him come up, na ya trimti, a semi His Excellency Nana Dankwa Kufuado Kaino. Yasan Kofa be who said no cre. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama shall say ye quino cra. Nti okaso Eastern Corridor Road mena me ye na ti say ya na waso ehu bi na eti de tie nti de tie no emom make how say mensa akadwumedie no ekoso nde me say de bia e lucky Thursday ese wo tie me a ana wo hwe me a e star 274 hash. Yes, star 274 hash and they che 2000 per mienu tie ye nti na 4,000 na meche 4,000 na meche wo twende for mobile phone abra ye MTN and say Vodafone user but star 274 hash star 274 hash star 274 hash na send the mommy what send there option 1 a Power FM XYZ option 1 a Power FM XYZ me pacho bebre one so ba we me one was send it. We send it we are. Maybe so how many times no person will enter draw no. Maybe so how many times no person will enter draw no. Me pacho kai say ticket be a 5 Ghana cedis. Ticket back could be a 5 Ghana cedis. So the more we talk tickets no, the more of your chances of winning no so sure na echo. Enti me pacho and up I yenko ni 20. And net yenko ni 20. Uko ni 20 100 Ghana cedis. Upo betumi akwa 40. 200 Ghana cedis. Upo betumi akwa 30. 150 Ghana cedis. Nti dodo bia wankasa. Wa ho odi mbetumi no. To utoria na wenya abotre. Ati no TV set. Eche ahwe TV XYZ. Anase wenya abotre etie Power 97.9 FM. So wo feel wo adwuma mo wo tike mo bia wo bia no. Na wenya abotre etie ana wahwe. Na nde wo su bedibi. Ebi ameka say we die a ende obetumi edi. Ebi ameka say we twa bia nso eya na die no wundi bi. Ha, obi ho a ende en first day a otie me ano hwe me. Ende first day what is a make mensa aka ho asem. Me pese na wo su tumi di bi wate. XYZ ye ne weni tuem bi. Eye feliga dochi weni tuem. Aha, enye katan hom weni tuem. Wodi ya na sika ne begu eye wo mobile phone so. Nti de na wo twen. Yentem wa wo hwe me na mekasa trewi. Wa wo tie me na mekasa trewi. Yentem enne ye lucky Thursday. Ende wo su betumi adi. Wonim say eye 29 February. Entansi 4 years in the leap year. And to also benya dance di enne. Maka say 2004 leap year see Misumi DB. Na dey na wo twen. Me pacho forma ye den ne man koyie. Wutie nkofo mu di adanse a. O se minya 2000 na me bus fees na me sikasem na me the summer rent so sa na osu bedi. Omo mu di na omo nsen. Nti na dey na wo twen. E star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Mensaka. Me pedende woso wonsaka. Me pese ende woso wonsaka. Inti fia flawo kosi bolgatanga. Fi navrongo kosi shehyoso. Fi takrade kosi eye sampa. Bebi awo awo hwe mi bia. Bebi awo tie mi bia. Die na wo twen. Eye star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Mensaka. Die na wo twen.
Dear in a war train. Star 274 hash. We MTN user. We a Vodafone user. Monyan in tem. And there. Wo atebubu. Amantin. And then mwempi waha. Or say na most munye binamun shene ni munyam. Honorable Sanja Nanja. Oh fia atebubu amantin. And there. Honorable waha. Obedi adansi or what chamber they do mu light. Says you want to win call jobs sound on the office. I didn't call for I lift him. And send me bree. Into the end of watching. But star 274 hash. But star 274 hash. Who a panda? But star 274 hash. Meaning we say Pando Youth Wing. A mobile inauguration Saturday ya. What Pando Senior High School. ANDC. Pando Youth Wing, you know. Inauguration a mobile. What a Pando Senior High School conference hall. Ampaya ebedra. Michechiamo. Nelson Dale. Nti the tenor no ye youth organizer. Ichia ye pa Nelson Dale. Uno ye youth organizer or Pando ye nebe tamochi. The Pando for Monshare Saturday yeba. Me patro ye star 274 hash. Me peso sudi XYZ broadcasting. Ye see ye drinning. Ye viewers ne ye listeners ho. Ye pese ye shamo enumunyam. Inti se wutie mi a ye ntem. Star 274 hash. Me peso to mitiem kasa mensaka. Wahwe yache, wotie yache, nde ye cheuska. Ye ntem for mobile phone. Tema family a meboy for mobile phone. But star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Kai say we Vodafone user, we MTN user. Me patcho wo star 274 hash. Now what send it? Option 1 a Power FM XYZ. Obo one now what send it? We send you baby so how many times no person enter draw no. And then me see yankono 20 times. Yankono 30 times. Yankono 40 times. I said ticket be about 5 Ghana cedis. Back 5 Ghana cedis. And the more I will ticket, the more of your chances of winning so as round echo. Yentame. Me person also won saka nipa mienu and there 4,000 Ghana cedis na meche. And then meche 4,000 Ghana cedis. Into me mamu 2,000. Nipa 2 netibe mamamu 2,000. Na nyame ya adoma. When him say Wednesday day nimi so Independence Day 6 March. Ono ye the power jackpot bro. Power jackpot. Mrepem no meka wasem. Ono ye che 30,000 Ghana cedis. In Kanus can 300 million. Wednesday am pay bedra. Ono measure that chim but say see ane de me che 2,000 mienu. But star 274 hash. Wa wo hwe me na make such a we. Wa mommy wa poppy. Wa bra wa wo hwe me na make such a we. Nti but star 274 hash. Na wo de send yentem enche kra. Nipa ba ku benya 21st. Ewi amasama 21st. Nti sa na tie. Me pa cho bebre ma me nkwaje aboafo nkra to ba ku miensa. Na me ba wo be kase mensa aka. Me ka wo say honorable Sanja Nanja wa ha. No a member of parliament ma eye atebubu amantin constituency ye better nka ansana ye nua eye Ivan Che Innocent or ye political analyst and also ye better nka so in that ye delve into sona ye beka eye LGBTQ+ hon sensem ndra nyame hira honorable Sanja Nanjamu so motumi a pass bill no this ya kana nado nso make say lawyers 18 be omo de ombekọ court mame nkomra na me ba and some near Baba Bam. I had TV XYZ and a Power 97.9 FM. I mean, Sumbra, maybe says, yeah.
Easy or your Power for Masaka promotion. You're in the big or you're big. Separate enter Power for Masaka promotion. More day I never dial star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Area net choose Power FM. Now select the number of drawer and put Zuhushim. Draw Krubia 5 Ghana cedis pet. The Moaz Russia draw Nimon. Stand the chance able to marry big. Hey, you're big, you're big. Every week you saw your 50,000 Ghana cedis in a chair. Hey, 50,000 Ghana cedis. Knock off you, Kudilasha. 274 hash. Mesaka. Power for Mesaka promotion. It's licensed and regulated by NLA on Caritas Lottery Platform. Kaida drawing Shashada home.
Upon your arrival, you are introduced to your butler, who plans your itinerary. So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting. They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have yourself.
Missy Menana, I could
As for me, welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hour crap.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforidua Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks, check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
AutoChecks. Mesamo akwaba biom de ba TV XYZ Mamutie wo Power 97.9 FM. Emred Radio and Sama Egubamba Sona Mene Ekukudam Anase Abidjafo ye ba ebedi hon komo apapaimu. Make us say Honorable Sanja Nanja oye Member of Parliament de ma eye Atebubu Amantin ofia saso na yenua Ivan Che Innocent oye political analyst. Ekukudami na meba na mene omo ebedi enkomo. Nti mamema mpenifo akwaba ona wakwaba
na bibi aboko de ye de nyame ase atebu amante bi aboko me ba area ho acha kakra wo so ko fi acha na
oh na nu ya na me free ho Monday
and me want to make crowd more the buyer brem
wow atebu de ye boko
boko
but nia atuye ya na aja
aye we
o hwe distance na weather na ti mu shishi na sisi ya na no me call ho me call Saturday no
yes
dura nwumre na omama off na say you can't even sleep
papa
the whole night say dum so no kra na aba amun kan kire na yam organize ye ho
eno ni asem no
every day one side of the town is off or the whole town is off, the whole area right from Amantin Ijira Kwame Danso going to Yeji light off and it happening every day na ya kasa dum so na omuso enye dum so but what is it e dum na ya so
na do 7 years in
that is the language
of the past
oh minua on say no credit ni kan din but the practicality of it why be gina platforms so be kan but trying to paper so come but be so say nipa na aden e hihye no Ghana fo no akra obi anu within 2 tuma atwa 3 days onya light of one area so na dum so no is it that only that say young for timetable we should be very open to ourselves, transparent. Let Ghanaians know Emrana yanya wohono. The problem was generation capacity.
Okay.
But now it's no more generation capacity. The generation no ye ni mukrano. Omo mayeti asese. Era John Dramani Mahama. Eye den restore power no emma capacity no krano. Ebroso.
Seed power.
Yeah, abroso. Na say abroso no extra and as excess power no. Ewo hin. And why? Ni nyina twa kwesi yesika sem ya atete apansam yo they cannot even buy fuel to power the thermal plant. You don't need anybody to tell you this. And near ECG any VRE omo sorry amuso omo gigi omo rewura fie gigi sika nyina no it's a good thing, but the problem is that individuals no and should not say institutions no government institutions no go to the Ghana Education Service, the health sector in our districts and municipalities no they are not able to pay their light bills because government is not releasing money to them. Even come to the Accra, the capital, MDAs are not able to pay institutions free HHS. Now no ya say Accra Technical Institute. Umko twa mo di. Aja mo adawro na mukasa mu. And now no be 3 days in so Accra Academy from Accra Technical Institute to Accra Academy. And aja media fui we the dan e see release 50 million ama GSA. On twa. Parliament dey eka say on the institution be between run here. The money who holds the purse is the executive.
No correct.
And this someone releases sika amma parliament. Parliament cannot definitely pay. And tika krana ebe podwede amom no. We have a lot of pressing issues. Printing of other papers, stationery nko na ye use no hono papers nko an enya asem keto nti so one release funds na map institution na definitely they will defer some payments, and part of the payments are almost defer light and it has accumulated about 23 million Ghana cedis. So you don't need anybody to tell you say you do so and answer and you do so. Brofum na say load shedding. Load shedding there ya anka san ya hu say I don't know. And ye na ya catch say mo XYZ area haidie ebia at this time mobenya off nti munsiesie mu ho na eduru ho a atebebu ebia obay atebebu a area ho no nyina no ebia mo amwo bui ne mo amwo e friend sa akosombo ebia bui fo no mobenya light anopa ni omo akosombo mobenya na nwumre. When we do all these things now, everyone businesses will plan, individuals will plan.
Yes.
So now, okay, side when I show no one be brace now. Now no me ko na bi mu de da abonten. Do not da abonten. Go already dem a
dem
show no ontumi na. So I think the government is not being fair and truthful to Ghanaians. They should be truthful to Ghanaians and will prepare and organize ourselves. After all, the 7 years, no, na aka just 10 months. I Ghana 4. Edi akunya kesi na
9 months.
9 months. So if there's doom so, nobody will kill them. Nobody will say anything. But it will help us organize ourselves if they are very truthful to us. So that is where the problem is. And they say, elevator.
Yes.
Some people were left in the elevator. Some people whose a friend is saying, office, our 10th floor, 11th floor, no? They couldn't go to their offices.
Don't do for staircase.
Some MPs have some documents they wanted to even print. Myself, I gave my DA something to type. He couldn't do it.
Serious.
So it is affecting everybody. If they are, we be a man for a coast on in Yamani. So we are truthful to them. They know how to arrange. Why are you truthful to them? Yeah, me to get rotten in the fridges. So doom so you don't need anybody, but we need to get the timetable clear. Then we say, aha, bekosum, aha, kania beba. Then you organize yourself.
Honorable, maybe so a mo kwanya fee at table dance no my. Last time a bar kwan so na fire service for a be benya accident.
Yeah.
So that time remember ho be almost me say kwan.
Lift service no be me guys say you wa ban mu kwan ye dey ama contract o ma clear kwan no aye bridges say so mo ye buy say ye dey kwan na ko she cocoa rose NTSA ye be ye forensic audit NTR terminate contracts no and I say you suspend it only 2020 somewhere around April na ya say about be cut short na ya promise you 18 months. Oh, 2020, is it 18 months? The contractor has even left site.
Oh, seriously.
The contractor has left site.
Yeah.
So, and you know, President Bano also were constructing number of roads. I wouldn't know Omoye. About 32 kilometers. 32 kilometers, they are more contracted there. So now you can't say, meanwhile, now another place. Maybe 50 kilometers. Now, no, say they are my contractor. Now, they are share. It's a tracker. Said you money. They are share. So,
tracker.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Didn't I kind? Yeah, we can just so 10,000 kilometers of road.
We are why say actually
10,000 kilometers. You know. Minya. Okwa. Maybe na etina. Sani na etina neti. So, no cre. Ankasa no. A boy. Look, we all know there are challenges, but let us be truthful to ourselves.
Okay. Mama no honorable Sanja Nanja Sibebre African EBC. Mama kwa Ivan Che innocent. Well, Ivan, bibi aboko die. Okay. Bedru swi die mema akwa be na yenhwe sona. A State of the Nation address e course. His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo honorable no ho. We be mu kakra obese be mu pai na ye de ho nkomo ye ncha ase wo so
I dey come mencha what here for na mencha on I think that is the first time say and every parliament by their things or a lot to tell us about the SONA because there no TV so omona no moti ho and I think say your president our constitutional mandate say every year bia no omra Ghana for him to present to us the real state of Ghana. And Kasa Oma present the imaginary state of Ghana, but the actual state. the realities the ordinary Ghanaian is going through.
Yes.
So proud to the presentation. Now, Obi Bisa me say, what are my expectations? Now me say the burden of expectations are so heavy. Say Odu Enuko you may come crashing under it. So I didn't expect much because I opened the state of Ghana. What said the economy? Said I think say you don't need to listen to the president because semantics in a way now put it together and as a politician just to present a very nice picture. I said the economy is really doing it, but the reality is the economy that but conclusion me come into after president presentation in United. I think that the president is living in a certain bubble. I see the panel woman a pie. A pie he will come to reality. Maybe he'll be able to appreciate what Ghanaians are actually going through. Because if you look at the state of Ghana's economy, now President Kachira say he has been able to turn the corner. The first question you ask yourself, what corner have we turned? Because all the economic indicators, all the statistics, everything point to the fact that the economy has assumed a certain downward spiral. Country, there is no hope. To the extent that honorable Sika power generation in as if for Sika betia a kakradia top petrol, making sure say any gas to power your plant in as a for as we speak, look at unemployment situation in as a for all the facts in our point to say economy ya running no. And these are the realities. And you see, what people don't know, they say for the past 1 year, because we have told our external creditors, a car, debt into we are not paying. Domestically, for the first time, we have done domestic restructuring. Ghana for Mudo Musika buying Bosia, say a buying fine Numano, a buying for the first time in so many years has gone to tell them such a Musika idea business, so outside we have defaulted. So what it means is we should see certain indicators there because we are not servicing our debt, because we are not paying domestically who we own and economy well, but economy papa near. Look at dollar rate and dollar now rise here. And one major highlight away a president you cannot omit in such a presentation. Yes, State of the Nation address. You don't expect the president to capture everything. It's not possible. For a president to give a 2-hour presentation in parliament and is unable to talk about the surging unemployment rate in Ghana, especially youth unemployment, our statistics actually say is above 30%. Our youth in near Jumano. I think a child the kind of person we're talking about. The president, doesn't care about the youth. He doesn't care about the surging unemployment situation. But I keep telling people, youth unemployment threatens national security, threatens our cohesion, threatens our political stability, and around us, this kind of political way because of youth unemployment. So abano and she just to ensure youth na abaye hopeless, abaye desperate. Youth and Ghana near brand here find a bag not the near Middle East. Babe, or bar the bag, not the near Middle East. Young people are more energy, most of them have sold themselves to slavery in the Middle East, Egypt, as a foreigner because of the veil of hopelessness and the desperation in this country. And politically, they are setting up yes, then as a foreigner. Napco, they are catching us say, boys in Numa, go to the office. Those offices now have become an extension of political party offices where we siphon money from mainstream politics to private pockets. And that is what is happening. So I think, President omitted that particular way now for quite some time, and I'm sure that most of the youth have come here are more cultural. Some have completed pharmacy, school of pharmacy, some are nurses, some are your friends saying doctors, and several other individuals or motive. President cannot address the nation and omit such a critical decision. Actually, clearly say, on mine no say, on mine be tumpong, on mine economy ni be ye a job I be to secure for these young people. But the president didn't mention it, so clearly actually say. Some of your expectations or by addressing the challenges that affected the life of us, He doesn't care. And again, President Mbeki is certain interesting revelation. We are now catching MPs. They say there are certain private companies, or companies or expected or more tax exemption. 2 years ago or 3 years ago, President called catch up the tax exemptions. And then some of the companies now listed, say you're granting or tax exemption amounted to over $449 million. And most of these companies are companies owned to his family people because in 2019, Onwa Neyere Nyabakunu Yenim Abrano Musi Hotel, you're granting over $138 million in the offense tax exemption. So some of these things, you say, oh, mine nisika. We are hoping say betimi gather money. Say by at least betimi atuatua a card and as for na the same person on the other hand, you know, granted tax exemptions to these your first private companies are affiliated to him. So we are Ghana the ordinary man. Now person ko set adwuma Nicholas when you sika kakra na person start be bia tax egu so no you can't even pay today ya tua say we see kan nyina na Ghana for etua and at the end of the day you know yen fans say bia ma saving companies na binum foreign companies na say for more enjoy tax exemption wa say no ya the mere egu ho say so we o business ni wie nyina na say we nya o profit at least retain a certain percentage of profit in maybe any of the local banks for a number of years say by yes economy be stable kakra but such nchise no bia ni honti ya ha no ababa launching parties companies can make money and they fly all the money away so ebasa aban we serious and that is the in some year come what say na Akufo-Addo are serious about say Oboama Ghana aye. These are some of the things you avail your mind to. Again, the issue of corruption aye one thing our plague yen and you and I yenim why ya faso ya lusu sika in terms to corruption then as a forum and she said what is about corruption so
one more corruption
for the past 3 years 4 years what is Akufo-Addo about corruption so but this is a guy coming to your friends say at the political fringes you know he came to tell us say oh no or incorruptible all campaigning on anti-corruption rhetorics in some of the political fringes or by from Thursday we have speech through hoba corruption I'm saying you stop here every day and you not see any measure be idea go crime as a ban say try to stop some of these things because like I say aban the nipa na whether you like it or not people will try or attempt to be corrupt but if you are able to put systems and measures in place at the end of the day you want people away. But we have created enough incentive for people to be corrupt. Because there is no conventional deterrent that has been established as Sebi. Nipa who say me there consequences in there. Yet no PDS as my better. Yes, say suspended deal no. Then they will come back and tell us pre-incorporation expenses amount to over $12 million. Now, expecting to be a million, no. So it is not as if say on my new nisika. Say I'm not say minimum for more national service for 4 months. They've not been paid. I know nurses who are sitting home and some are just trying to say go outside this country. We are talking about a country. It means Shati Kolebu renal unit because the government nisika di kwako ti omoka. Dum say I can want say me. As a result of the same financial challenges. So another day if see lusu sika such huge sums of money to corruption, misappropriation, financial malfeasances in this huge your friends a tuna. That's our binding to honor he's doing nothing about it. At the end of the day, a serious ban away. I'll be say and another interesting funny thing a president can and say through the age, they've been able to save over 10 trillion 10 trillion and that's why it's offer your friend say or more former chairman in the paper next year age number say 10 trillion 15 trillion let me say these guys are jokers because they think say they are speaking to bunch of ignoramus sebi or they don't know their left from their right now convert to 10 trillion to dollars. The amount of money you get is even larger than the GDP of this country. Because according to economics, your GDP based on the purchasing power parity in terms of purchasing power parity, it's around 186 billion. So I'll catch it and say, age net save over 10 trillion. Now age is catch us 10 trillion. Now, 15 trillion. I just say these people are just joking around the corridor of power because they know, say, the average and the ordinary Ghanaian is very emotional because NDC, MPP politics about people will not sit down and analyze the figures. And your two gums are not funny. And it's the reason why President Akufo-Addo, despite all the economic mess this man has created for us, I was expecting, say, taking the stage, I'll call Hodo. The best thing he could have done was to go on his knees and apologize to the people of Ghana because Ghanaians repose confidence, trust in him, people in academia. Among for a software cross or a campaign man hoping say Akufo-Addo was coming on board with something different. But for the first time, we have seen historic incompetence, recklessness, and historic inaptitude at a level where Ghana Nibia Nyang as a president knows all about solve a problem. A crisis, a nightmare that the ordinary and the average Ghanaian will have to pray. It's what done now soon they know who Akufo-Addo once or a Mompire. Days because he has become a nightmare. Because this is a man who promised us. Say
Mahama was messing up in 2016. So the magic wine number just to turn the economy around. Today, look at the figures, the statistics, go back to 2016 and do comparative analysis. Nabisa said, they voted for, is that what we've gotten? I think it's a joke. Okay. And they've messed this country enough. Say, man,
I say Ivan Che Innocent for wonderful submission. Also, Odiama. Make house a star 274 hash. Mansaka, Encha Krame announce so a first winner. 4,000 a meche ni pemienu 2,000 obo star 274 hasha na me pacho bebre we MTN user Vodafone user na wa send it option 1 a Power FM XYZ na me pacho umia wana na wa send it e be so how many times no person enter draw no me pacho me send yenko no 20 times yenko no 30 times yenko no 40 times kai say ticket back will be 5 Ghana cedis so the more we enter draw no the more no chances of winning no so sure na echo nti enter mensa aka no so nsa betumi aka and they lucky Thursday me person the 29th of February 2024 na LPA mbebio age 4 years time nti wo so nsa to me can be na wo so nsa to be di nti bo star 274 hash send it na yenko yenim enche me announce ni po be di first nti yentem and then ni pamienu 2,000 me che 4,000 na uswenye sika for my ding na wenye dreta ya to huma bibi etumi akonkai mamunko honorable Sanja Nanja ho honorable so na de na woti ho and then so mu debate ho ana free chamber isi yenti we
yo Nicholas emse na mesase no ma menchia tebu fo ma hu say
omo hwopa
antini
me so phone e vibrate sa
momento enchia stronko emma omo na ma omo na unim say light as we na no me ko atebebu me ko na me ne nananom Sunday no nyankuta hodie kama pa na mra yedi yankuta hodie ni wie ya na nana ba ko say honorable light de mo hwe no mo nya ho bibi mayo na ye bre consider everybody is lamenting. Let's come to the issue of the SONA. I say, in Kasonai, this is the last SONA. Yeru Mampenyi, or the other 2 years. Nia can say, 7th December, 7th on the 6th of January next year. Our my farewell message.
Yes.
I was expecting, say, 1. On my campaign promises will bring a be very measurable. Think obai na baby a mepega on mine. Any near mammy share bon. To me, a drew who say. I feel so. Young share me to say, what my promise so bad. But see $1 million per constituency. If I say second stand, they all say a trim. First time 4 years, $1 million no koi. Koya, what are the signs? Nothing.
Conference munya modie.
Yeah, who be?
Enche ye kadi anche $7 million. That time, you know, say atebubu amantin.
Can second? We didn't get. Na obaye sene minua ekin. Akufo-Addo campaign ema asofo intellectuals ubia beji ni tumu pa ewe corruption fighting corruption
so incorruptible
ana Ghana fo nyinara emu ahemfo ubia mumrantie ene apart from so they promise no it is the tropical issue in the country now and even the world at large. And Transparency International. Omo fa to omo say corruption dear man for nya. And they will preach against corruption. And every year they come out with corruption perception index. Send ye nyina ye Ghana. And I'm telling you say ye ka corruption. Asempa. Na say ye CPI Transparency International. So on be kofom pa ko bisa. Sa 43 na yenya no. Genya. 43% no. It will be less. Na ene adia edi omani nyina nya yen nyina kasa e chen awudru as a president be kasa especially say me be me babe katase no proyase. And at the end of the day, I can tell you, say Ghana for say Sadano uyi Ghana for because can say 70% who bisano say so na ya papa ba king. At the end was expectation corruption issue will be coming up. Say you better expect to say what steps have we taken to combat corruption? And now say steps no me take here aso aba. Anamuna me 2 year no aso aba. Ana say ebo say na kan say nka oba ya mpamucho. Corruption dey. Be man no ho odin chen Goliath. Dina me ka say me David. Me ba meden. Me born ato atwene. But me ba no me nua no. It needs more hands. You should be very plain. But not the church. I don't necessarily make saka. You know, I was going through say be my son auntie. Let me go through. To me shema about 3 times. Me share me who anything about corruption. Even if I'm not close, I'll still go and look at it. Usually I'm correct. Because I can't believe myself say, oh my penny be kasa, you know. He didn't see it the need. It's true that on to me can nyama, on to me can be beard, but corruption. Look, corruption. Education, economy, employment, unemployment. These are issues you cannot run away from. So if we can state of the nation, may you pempenso aya drew, and I'm pempenso aya corruption riding, I could drew, and she share that whole. No. And then corruption has become institutionalized. Corruption. So as you get to and near Betsna, a kind Nicola Unim Arehose. A dear Nabema a branch and Ababa. Obeko Facebook. No be who say Obi a man friend request me MP Sanjanaja. Na who's accepting request no na MP na bisa say and na minister na bisa say. What do you fear say so my din fear 20? Also, we had near Juma, so many Juma, so any person me bow, no ye Juma. Name of Genumbe in a frame protocol officer. What to be done? None dependent you for no. Oh, I can tell you every MP in the parliament, every minister.
Well, me who account to be who said.
Look, if you just go to search Facebook and search, any MP will have more than 3 accounts. Unim Nani panels you for no so now wa jetum now wa je number no a friend across whoever the so-called protocol officer no a friend or so minua honorable Sanja na say memfre na adwuma also adwuma sam no oh anyadin nya na opel so soldier or so soldier no 500 brand na enkoto form oto form no we also esanka okobody selection but in penny form no one akasanti 3,000 bra. Now Branton no send it. Now I move next. Oh, medical the stages in now was the look, there are some who has played up to the tone of 10,000.
Money bang.
Now Yama Yan say Nipano or Yana drew point to be a friend or frail. Honorable, mini Nipana Casana, the sacred me fro Nipana on fa, Minipa Bang.
Nipa bang.
What do
be an ho best idea?
MPBN, but I don't blame the youth to say. And yet desperation. A human niho. And the youth are desperate. And the youth now move to me and now enumerate. Me first I can just say MPBN niho. Oh, bet not Facebook. Because that's not the actual process of recruiting military or
security agency officer.
Look, the MPB so Obama for soldier now police. And you're part of corruption. And he will not come and sit on Facebook and do it.
On yes, sir.
But as I say, institutionalize, you know, you for not doing it, so more desperate. And they are desperate, and corruption to whom the MP is also you're corrupt. And to the MP no, a catch and so on yes, hadna. Hooray! And it is killing us. So I just want to know that at the level the youth now are desperate for jobs. They can go to all lengths. I know. Your friend is saying training college. They didn't go to the main training college, but through sandwich, long distance courses, weekend courses. Omanya certificate to teach. Actually, licensure is as they are fast, but they still have to go and give money to people to appoint them. If you have this kind of quiet, and one until hurry. And today, as we speak, your Omarian nursing training, we still have about 2-3 batches sitting in the house. They haven't posted them.
So much clearance. They be a salon.
Na and ne. People have completed university. There are no jobs. The unemployment rate is going higher. Then the president comes to address the nation. And he cannot tell us at least the measures are there to curb unemployment. Cannot tell us. Say, you see, what do you mean country say? Yatimaimu, and I say, your Youth and Employment Agency, which was passed into law in 2016.
Yes.
Juma moya and say, and a free year, she say, I could create another one, NAPCO. And there was so much fanfare. 100,000 jobs. Fanko 100,000. As I speak to you, Obi Ohoye NAPCO 10 months, 24 months. A month,
700 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, they didn't pay. Look, and now not president can. And a quiet more million trees in Yaman. Youth in afforestation. Meanwhile, my main can be being thrown. Unim, last 20 consider I'm on that committee, Lands and Forestry. Okay. Yeah, consider Lands and Forestry Ministry, no, come your friend is saying budget for 2022, for 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, consider for 2023, no. Na omo de nkoranika 10 months. 10 months no. What was budgeted for them as the allowances could pay for 2 months.
Wow, sure.
2 months.
Would you be 10 months? 2 months pen or day mano.
Meanwhile, no 2 months near 2022 car with you.
Okay.
And the 2020 no 10 months near 2022 car with you. And the 2023 higher allocation for the allowances. And you depend paper tools no at the committee level. Who say that money can only pay for 2 months. Then we come to this year and the cultural minister said we are not going to even approve the budget. Then he has to plead with us say finance for no near Kasa say during the budget review they will do something about it. We move on. 2023. Yes, I be 2024 budget approval. Yes, I see no. Na sika na omo 18 months. So which means that 2 now omo year, omo 8. And at the time we're doing the budget, they were owing 18 months. 18 months no allocation for this year was also for 4 months. We only paid them for 4 months. And you come to tell to present the state of our nation, and then you didn't care about unemployment. You didn't care about corruption. So Nathaniel Mianui say no president needs to say one capture one state of the nation addresser. What else has he done? What else? Light here I can say 7 years. Doom so is not a pass. Me no me no dia dance say. But we gina PNC so say. Say John Mama ti was solve doom so a. E na said so ye. Nti say born in some man. I can't remember. And then the same person comes to tell us, I'm going to solve it. And immediately we start a debate, then lights goes off. And people are sleeping in darkness. People are suffering. Then you tell us, you have solved them so. Only a dear Grobiana. You know, the state of the nation now, I'm presenting. It is like, look, Ghana Mresha Kitin say me. Dumayanko Kabia Nayadi. Na Naja. We have fulfilled Ghana. Emra. Come to talk of free HHS. MPP are able to about. The free HHS is run on borrowed wheels.
Honorable Mamen Comramen Konam Sam brother Yenko education so. Okay, with a home at Power 97.9 TV XYZ so. Mensa Kana Yeguswa *274# *274# nti me pacho bebre wo so obetumi aye order 4,000 Ghana cedis na mecha manipa mienu *274# *274# wo send ya option 1 ye Power FM XYZ umia 1 wi na me pacho bebre obehu XYZ wo send ya e be so how many times no person enter draw no me pacho doto bi obetu wa ho dim betumi na wabo wo wi na wenya aboto kai say me pacho ticket ba ko bia 5 Ghana cedis na me kai wo say pando youth wing NDC omo ye inauguration nyame ya adoma Saturday or Pando Senior High School conference hall inti youth organizer ye friend no Nelson Day ono na esine nan so na guest omo ko dwumedie ye behu honorable George Opariado dodo na friend Pablo youth organizer better nka that's an honorable Joycelyn Tete ono so ye speaker sinibia obeka so dwumedie na senti mama yen hye so na yen ne sama mfanchi akesema agbesise gbafia mpomo to say see you yeso oti pa anti yechi opa mama san bre na menko Ivan Che Innocent Ivan yen hwe state of the nation nkomo yedi ho komo kakra sa so na minim so obeka dum so no so em say wabro so kakra
meka hasem
you we ever LGBTQ+ and so na bon ne passe enti still no state of the nation or Bekana or BBK.
Yeah, I think we see a picture, a very hopeless picture. Picture of some way be it's quite uninspiring. We are Ghanaian, especially as a youth. Clearly, a choice that there is disconnect between individuals and trust the political power into their hands. Say or more and steer the affairs. Say by the welfare of the youth, to certain extent, you be taken care of. And desperation, hopelessness in a ma cry na asase edom ho gambling na se fom mode ya moye oba nema ya mo betting na se foi there was a time na meet radio oba bi so yes wa win bi e bi san so the send the shame so the 10 million the shame oba to be the 10 million kwato chacha. That is how desperate the situation has become. Into we are exactly. You see, because at any point in time, I will try to survive. So yes, you provide enough incentive and opportunities. I'm for bit me leverage. I bet me maximize your personal potential and for because the year penny say obia bet me be self-sufficient. They be a catch a man for say the youth of this country, they are not asking for pity. They are not asking for help. They are not asking for assistance from anybody. They are asking for empowerment. Just empower nipa no say be obi abetimi ade no ho sabe anya hwe kura certain basic essentials as nipa da sadi you might not have to rely on obi and say na won sa akwa no sa amamu na ye bu no eno na ye nyina ye hwehwe but you've gotten to a point that certain few greedy people are sabe ya access to power. We think our father, our friend, our whatever is a president, and for that matter, we can just take advantage and siphon everybody from mainstream politics to private pockets. At the end of the day, consequences be anywhere. Just because the CM not here can say, well, when him say apart from a cat, then I say for a canoe for a then I say for my swag we and almost 33 we crano ya collateralize and ya da kwaje bosia. When him say get funds say am no ka say esikam
Esra ya da kwakwaje bosia what I say this assembly even common fund the crowd for and assembly this one to sika na bia they private entities to go and collect the money so everything to them is business. It is not about the welfare of the ordinary Ghanaian. It is not about say Ghana ni be assisting be and say enye. It is about say yaba power no you making sure say we own everything in the name of Ghana and by the time we leave there will be nothing left say be ya obi kura ba ebetime ma make say amamu ne say sanka na yebuna Rollins buy no so ni o. At least he could have decided to sell everything. But realizing say step by step you need to actually make sure say you have insight into the future. Now bibi in chirema so benya bibi and all your natural resources na se for nyina hwe kwan ye fa so a ye de yensa benkum ni nifa e fa so a ye ton amamanfo ajapa deal ye buy it was all because of we sa we a buy and say ye ne sign hydro mo ba ye ukotamala kwan na ya to pillar so na da ho mfa so be na Ghana for nya free so but ye a good ye japade e da kwa kosikam so abmamu na ye bu no prioritize the ordinary Ghanaian. They are just pursuing their perverted personal interest and as a form of and align with the interests and aspirations of young people in this country. And that is why I'm always calling say the youth you have to reawaken not that kind of political consciousness and who say to abamakasa abatuono you don't need to invest emotions into politics. Okay. And so we invest in what drain because they are doing in your politics and find emotion not that kind of tribalism name. Le ofa ni emi na ho ya fa ye furu kroma ye de ha na ye no Ebasa, the person will take you for granted. That is why the people in Kumasi are always crying, say, Nana Kufa buy or Nyashima. Because what will be the motivation for him to go to Kumasi? So I had the amount. Onim said the baby abanoba twamano. And that motivation will not be there. But I had to see you hold on more accountable, you hold on more to the boss, making sure that 2 million at least they will use it to do something substantial that benefits Nipa, Yawa Mainuma. Omoni beda hama ya sete where to do something right. So made this State of the Nation address, me sure say Ghana ni bia got convinced about the way. And one thing omo ka ho asem president etisim say o kan say be Ghana for be gina so aka say baumia feta e betimi ato abama no digitalization. And you see that is another joke me person mete ho asem. Digitalization digitalization beba abra wa invest in digital infrastructure. Because almost omo buy infrastructure buy and ya lay in terms of this digital transformation, there is absolutely nothing. By mobile money interoperability with platform, and these are systems that are already in place. And you want to build it from the scratch. All you have to do is to ensure say the existing system port into some of these things because the structures and the systems are there already. So some of these things cannot be an achievement. The whole vice president will be fronting and be telling now you call Lanche app, mobile app. Mobile app, I can call somebody to see how man 1 month to build the app amount. This is something your friend is saying. The whole vice president all champion economy in as a forum. So I am telling you, so these guys have their own agenda. That is the reason why the last time Meba Hambakacho said these people are not Democrats. They don't believe in democracy. They are imposters fronting democratic rule. But they know say Ghanaians are gullible, and for that matter, in the name of NDC MPP politics, they can get away with everything. And so they are taking the people for granted. Sanka Ghana ni da ho ananka ye hwe de ekoya. I'm not sure Sanka will be having this conversation. And then power we are okay. President Akufo-Addo jina na naso parliament ka say oba no we keep lighting on. And bisa ho say answer the light invest and on investment be na why in terms of our generation capacity as of 2009 now your install capacity 1,800 by the close of 2016 now do 4,300. It means that somebody has actually sat down and deliberately invested in the power sector, realizing say the problem has been systemic over the years. No, biaba, you said any actual way apart from Nkrumah Dam no see, you don't any substantial investment. So from 1,800 to 4,000 and over, and HO said there has been a significant investment. Subsequently, the power crisis will be addressed. So for president, said we what fight it, I'ma keep the light on. And your man and I don't be power no aburu so ma say yebokano. Na dia aburu so excess capacity yebokano. But the same could do so because there is no money. Because the year they talk gas, power plant in the crown. Anyhow, that is why the IPPs not so far shut it or power plant down. So the question is, Sikana or mine one Sikana or heaven, Sikana you now end up in private pocket. Because honorable he can give you the statistics, the amount of money we've borrowed within this period. The amount of money you borrow and then they lose through to corruption and as a forum. The last time I was telling you, say, Abra America forecast say your energy sector no you make sure say we allow private sector investment in as for them no mudi mirika kofa PDS at the buy at the end of the day no $190 million SNK yenya from the American government and they cancel it because of your termination with that particular PDS no. So you see and near ma omoye tia Ghana for and near ma omoye dia tia Ghana for the senka ye tena in the politics a free ma senka obi out run if you in the second and go test abonten Ghana for and I make say ya abotere. That is why we've been able to accommodate these people upon all the nasty political way of why you know Ghana nyanya abotere say time will come 2024 amafo benya akokoduro akwa the ballot akwa chiro the exit and then the accountability will come in because me da bia meka say ya betena ha ye na we diska na end there. At the end of the day, we are not able to force people to account for their steed worship at the end of the day now. Then this is no politics. So but the politics are no must be able to hold people accountable. Yeah, the mind cash on some private entity and not private way. And we cannot create a room where individuals will come and run or mine to say Sebi Obi in the pharmacy work Gracia Banimuan or Tumno the Safogunuboto non and time open or baby. This is a country for Christ's sake. Everything be obey biano must inure into the benefit of the people. But the question is that what we are doing? And baby, I hear these flashes of incompetence and then as a for them to have the courage to admit something has gone wrong. He's not willing because president is telling us that doomsday is a thing of the past when we are suffering. The challenges the ordinary Ghanaian, the hopelessness the youth are going through, and the ketwa, and the time kakra at least. Onye bibi before and son of a Kwabontia or Ghana for a kind for something good. And yes, sir, to me, the whole Akufo-Addo, his government, everything will be consigned to the dark pages of our political history because the name Akufo-Addo pop up in our political discourse. The reminder a reminder of corruption, a reminder of economic mismanagement, and this hopelessness enemy. You to know the kind of hope I repose in him. Say Oba, I be turning the corner around. Say no, that corner no, turning around in private pocket. I and the family people, few greedy guys around him who thinks governance is about your first family kind of stuff on bit me here to get away with no. I think the Ghana for must come to the realization. Say me say politics. And yeah, sorry. Now, because we need to engage in a discourse. I said, I might utilize the state resources that benefit you. Now, Obi and city on the sidelines. Not few people will gain because they are in power. That's the kind of discourse that we need to activate. Okay. And as young people, we need to make sure we achieve that particular objective.
But I say, Ivan Che Innocent, now a political analyst. Mamin Kancho say Amuzu Herbal Clinic says Bema Wayembre Wumpim me pacho bebre I won't your problem will low sperm count and man so why am problem STI metre and demo ya rebi na how I am crew koko ne how what on santen temu stroke ne how Nina me come for Amuzu Herbal Clinic dia mo Amuzu Herbal Clinic ye bia wo de wo how kwa ana ya rama bubu edin de kombe tumi aboa won kran krodue ma obehu Amuzu Herbal Clinic hall Achimota Christian Village opposite the Puma filling station hot no more Madina main station adjacent to Melcom obehu omo ho sasona Ashama Lebanon second step no so ho kaswa man from obonben kaswa man from police station no so obehu omo ansana Kumasi Tafo Muzu Junction was so ho when Dr. Muzu ND and Komo was 0241 959326 and 0241 98884. Now when the Dr. Amuzu ND and Komo. Me pacho bebresa wumfa weni entry mu wo Safari Valley Eco Resort therefore weni trim. Nyame ya adoma Wednesday holiday. That is Independence Day. Until Wednesday, will be to me, and I say weekend be will be to me near Busiani na the Moniatrim war Safari Valley Eco Resort. Now, me patro Safari Valley Eco Resort. Be in West Africa. How kama papa. It is a wako Safari war South Africa. Then import him. We drew our weni beji papa o makasa ye a man mid lake be wa wetness you no so wahroa. Unta ho obehu zebra antelopes ne maramo omwa de bebre nankasa obehu waterfall ye wo betumi da ho wokọ ho a wo baby omutumi da niema ukoso ho na ye nije sem papa omo electrical a vehicle be no so wobetinem wodi chinchin na wo hwe hawa safari eco resort for nete na waso weni beje nti safari make na bia waduna ye we chechi bi wo eastern region here Okre district ho na obehu safari bia na mo ye conference bi Uko day visit, wedding, honeymoons be birthday celebration. You know, between our whole between our comenya baby ada ma aye nije kama pa. Into what I may come for more. Imum for reservations and over to me afre 0596 91 AF4394 0596 91 AF4394 no ne Safari Valley Eco Resort for Eddie and Common. Medimosus Clinic and Herbal Center na medruso Medimosus Clinic and Herbal Center some can show say or the edra ye friend no Medimosus garlic capsules abedwaman so Medimosus garlic capsules see me pacho eboa momboja ni die frusa ni yebro ni say improve blood circulation so no bi ho ased and san and na stiff bi sa aye titriti sa na kan kasem ye beka cholesterol level no wosro me pacho onum etumi yi niam bi embo ni padua no edifi woni paduam kama boost immune system no na eboa wo yi papa Medimosus Clinic and Herbal Center na mekamfo edi amau na wunya sa omundri Medimosus garlic capsule CB no ma ebetumi abo wo call mo clinic wo so a prostate disorders and sexual weakness bema no ba why problem hypertension diabetes ne sciatica me pacho be stroke STI sene yare ahru ni na afeko Medimosus Clinic na omuntu membo onkran krodu emu be hu omo adenta barrier opposite the police station so na AESL building inside Ghana Highways Authority yard ho Accra Ministries wo be hu omo Ajay Kojo opposite school for the deaf no so omo ho ansa na Kumase ahema kokoben santaso oboaso kwan no so omo ho from 0244 068447 na when Medimosus for in the enkomo me pacho power specialist herbal hospital na medru so Dr. Akosie Duya bechechi o mema adru anybray na me pacho bebre what do yare kwa say yare friend heye hepatitis A B C D and E on betumi abo we liver kesi broni friend fatty liver sciatica na help prostate na say wonsa na wonan na ebuken ulcer na ye o me try em crew kompo ne eye fibroid yare ahuru ni ne ha for any chim or power specialist herbal hospital omobo mo hombodin ye papa Kumasi branch of Fiase Lake Bosomtwi Road where opposite Jasbro filling station ubehunu ho Accra branch no so kwa benya ye Pukwasi ACP kwan no so Takra the branch no Anaje Estate adjacent Anaje MA Primary School where no so ho afrefra we no mundin komo was 0244 544422 and 0200 383831 na woni a power specialist herbal hospital in the enkomo sembre no ko ye papa jona bo yembo no 2 minutes obeka bibi fa no LGBTQ plus no ma pass bill but lawyers 18 mame e friend no Audrey Gajipo di ani mom so mo ko Supreme Court na human rights them say momo nwen ho enti ye beka kakra na ya hwe yembo no 2 minutes embre no ko ye
LGBTQ dinokra plus
we brain ankasa
see emre bia ye baby ano culture and law you can't have a law that will be against our culture emra no beto your culture no entimre bia ye bia no culture is behind it the parliament ya chawo ho krado do fortunately enra ya pass the akasa president be ascend but and then material reactions ni be human rights na yes na your friend is saying America force be affect your economy be affect your health look Ghana is not the only country over Africa. The Nigerian will say, tell you, say, it's an abomination. Sad na ye no. Eya chiwade. For the Bible they so.
Yes.
Look at countries like African countries are more are illegal. I know are more anti-gay laws. You can get countries like here are facts about LGBTQ. The maximum penalty is death in Mauritania.
Mauritania, yes.
Then he says Somalia and Nigeria in states where Sharia is applied. These are countries where you be kun. And also Nigeria in Kura states are Sharia and you don't go there at all. Then there are a lot of other countries. Life imprisonment is the maximum penalty for same-sex relations in Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda. So these countries, you don't have lawyers who are thinking of human rights. No, your human rights should not affect this. And what we are saying is that if you can hide in your room and do it and nobody sees you, fine. But your emphasis was even those who promote it. Not those who do it. Bill now. The emphasis is on the promoters. Send your big now we now be bohu do no. We now be jehu. You say a friend is saying lizard, your friend say kutre. Also near two tie born no. No one he cries and your car say that is the situation. So those who are going to promote it, they will meet stiffer punishment. And I'm very sure Supreme Court will rule in our favor.
That's it. 30 seconds now. I
think that is in the right direction. And the evidence by partisan consensus even though there are few individuals are not more resistant, but the choice Ghana for in one accord, no, you know, say our culture we front at some of these things. So Mrana Abano is one step because there are a lot that we need to do. For instance, we say emphasis on our culture, infuse you into the young people, number who say those things, and because you see. There are other lines and the movies in a way, you know, they're just trying to normalize it.
Where they made us papa Ivan Che Innocent or a political analyst and son honorable Sanja Nanja, member of parliament, the ma Atebubu Amante in the Bono East region, and also Oba Cancer, Mayedin Como, Miami, Jumedi, Huchami, your friend Nicolas Yausios, and Mamenda MCR Foise, na Menda producers, Mr. Kelvin Asante, Omamba Passant, na Innocent Kechuku, Mendo Munias, cameraman for Naso, Menda was wa Woofy, wa Wootie Naso. Yadamasa papa yema ye musui de na ye the news papa in a can na de bro TVXYZ in power 97.9 FM ohine babo ama benie on beposo hima na de bro ntem say news amodu papa enye easy moding nti ya ha na de dwedi this face yesu amba ochena so ye be say have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.